YouTube, bless up, man. Look, there's no easy way to say this, all right? I'm gonna need a lot more money. I'm putting my heart and soul into all these freaking projects, building a McLaren, building motorcycles. You think $1,000 a month is gonna cover all these car payments? I can't keep riding bikes. There's only so many more bikes I can ride. All I'm saying is I just need more money for all of the free content that I'm putting out for everybody and putting my heart and soul into. I'm gonna get back to my e-bike review. If you send me some more money, that would be great. All right, thank you, bye-bye. Well, wouldn't you know it, another e-bike. Today, we're taking a look at the G-Force RS-ST. Now, G-Force is a brand that I've done several reviews on already. G-Force has actually been a brand that's stuck around a while already. There are so many Chinese companies, they just come and go, just like every week. There's a lot of e-bike companies even that send me bikes, and by the time I actually start shooting the review video, they go out of business. I wish I was joking on that, but I'm not, I'm dead serious. I think there's a lot of trademark infringement happening there. A lot of e-bikes are the same these days, so I think a lot of companies are ripping off of a lot of other companies, and then there's trademark lawsuits and stuff, and then they just go under by the time I even try to get a video out. But G-Force has stuck around a while, so well done, G-Force. Today we're gonna look at another one of your bikes, see if it's any good. Kind of random, but I hope you guys are all doing great where you're at, sitting on the couch, whatever you guys are doing. Hope you guys are having a fantastic day. Let's get this thing out of the box, see if it's any good. Let's freaking go. Freak yeah.
So here it is, the G-Force RS-ST. The ST just means it's a step-through edition frame. It's a 48 volt, 15.6 amp hour battery pack with a 750 watt hub motor. And this bike has their new Magic suspension, which has 6 shocks on it. It has an aluminum frame and a few other goodies. Just go to their website, really, if you want to go see the specs in detail. There's a link below.
Well, the G-Force is right behind me, and I can officially say I've never seen suspension quite like this. This thing's got 6 freaking struts on it. We got 2 there, the front forks, 2 there, and 2 more behind that. Like, this thing better ride the best I've ever felt. But before we go too far, let's pull up their website real quick and just show you guys the specs real quick. This thing's only $1,300. That's insane, dude. All right, quick look at the specs. Looks like you can actually choose 2 different batteries, a 15AH and a 25AH battery pack. Here we go for specs. 750 watt, 48 volt, 15.6 amp hour, or 25 amp hour if you want to choose that one. Magic suspension. This thing better be incredible. All-terrain fat tires, hydraulic brakes, 28 miles per hour, 400-pound payload capacity for $1,300. I cannot complain. For $1,300 so far, with the specs I'm seeing, that's pretty dang good. Price to spec ratio puts it pretty high at the top of the list. Got your storage rack right here, you can strap stuff to. Definitely a more comfortable bike. The handlebars are in a more upright position, and it is a step-through design, so it's easier to mount. Might as well just go over software while we're here. It does have the pretty standard screen. I've seen this screen a lot. 0 miles on the odometer, pedal assist, and then the menu button just, you know, goes through your different functions. So that's pretty much it. Hold the menu button, turns it on and off. Then up arrow turns on the headlight. As far as build quality, thing looks fine. Looks just fine to me. Got your gears and everything back here. You got your hub motor back here. So if you know anything about my reviews, I just go for a stress test. I don't really get, you know, professional reviews. I don't go into like components and like specs and what it means and everything. Basically just go full throttle. How far will it take me? How fast can it go? That kind of thing. So that's what we're doing today. I'm gonna get this thing charged up overnight. We'll hit the road tomorrow, see what kind of real world specs we get. I just ride it like a normal person would ride their bike if they were commuting somewhere or just going somewhere fun. So I'll catch you guys tomorrow.
Oh wow, the suspension seemed really stiff when I just sat on it, but it's very smooth. They were not kidding when they said magic suspension. There's like no vibration at all. That is insane. First thought when I just sat on it, standing still, was okay, it was just a gimmick. You know, just like, oh, we got 4 struts on the back. Trust us, it's gonna be super smooth, buy it. But it's actually smooth. $1,300. This thing's quick and it's freaking smooth. Holy crap. I feel like G-Force may have just set a new bar for low price e-bikes. I was not expecting it to be actually smooth. How about that? 25 miles per hour, 26. For $1,300 and 6 shocks and 28 mile per hours. There are very few bikes that I'm actually impressed with for like a budget price. This one's actually one of them. As far as the first experience on this thing, first ride, not bad at all, dude. If this thing gets any kind of decent range, like over 20 miles, $1,300. Brand new to your door. All right, let's pull over and get this top speed test done. Brakes maybe could be a little better, but maybe I just need to pull them harder. Yeah, we're tracking. Awesome. I feel like that is where it's stopping, about right there. Yeah, so we hit 28 for just a brief second on the speedometer. Oh, there it is again, 28. We're hanging right at 28. I'll sustain it for a couple more seconds. All right, got ourselves 27.8 miles per hour, so 28 mile per hour top speed. And it was teetering right under and right over 28 miles per hour on the speedometer. So we got an accurate speedometer, which we can now trust for the range test. $1,300. That's a nice bike. This is probably one of the nicest bikes I've gotten for $1,300 in that price range. Naturally, up next for the stress test is the range test. I'm just gonna go on surface streets, paved mostly, a couple hills here and there, but just full throttle as fast as I can go, as far as I can go. Just see what it gets us. Realistically riding, no pedaling, riding it like a motorcycle, just on the powertrain, so there's no variability with me pedaling. And we'll see what we get. Let's do it.
All right, here we go for the full range test. The first impression on this bike blew me away, and I'm not just saying that. I've ridden enough $1,300 e-bikes to know how rough a ride I'm in for, or how slow a ride I'm in for, usually. But this bike is fast, extremely comfortable, and well built. Really impressed with this thing right out of the gate. That being said, it takes a little bit to get up to speed, and it's not insanely torquey, though it definitely doesn't feel underpowered. The hill test, you can see we lose several miles per hour, but climbs right back up after the hill. And as a commuter bike for mostly flat surfaces, that's totally fine with me. So again, this is the first bike I've seen with 6 shocks, and while I wasn't expecting much of a difference from all the other e-bikes I've ridden, it actually was a noticeable increase in comfort, especially cutting down on the overall fatigue as you ride the bike for hours. I also found a super sketchy dirt ditch that I rode across, and the bike did just fine, though I don't think any bike really is comfortable riding over huge holes like that. Overall, very, very good riding experience, and very impressed with the performance of the bike, especially for the price.
All right, you crazy kids, I just got back from the range test, and I can safely say this is probably one of the best e-bikes you can get for $1,300, just based on the top speed, the range, and the comfort. It's got 6 freaking shocks. I don't know if I mentioned that yet. Without further ado, let's show you guys what we got for the range. 26 miles on 1 charge. So freaking impressive for $1,300. As far as price goes, you think this is just a cheap e-bike, you know, 20 mile per hour, 20 mile range kind of thing. But you get freaking 28 miles per hour, 26 miles of range at full throttle, and you get 6 shocks. And again, I thought that the magic suspension was just a gimmick kind of thing. Like, oh, we got 6 shocks, it's gonna be so comfortable, then it's not comfortable. The thing is probably one of the freaking most comfortable e-bikes I've reviewed. At this point, I've reviewed like 50 to 60 bikes. I've never had one with 6 shocks on it, and it's the most comfortable, probably the most comfortable e-bike I've ridden so far. The more I say this out loud, the more it's obvious that it's a freaking good bike for $1,300. I don't know if you could get a nicer bike than this with like a more name brand behind it than this one. So anyway, that's just my 2 cents.
stop you. That'll freaking stop you.
All right, here we go, 3, 2, 1. I've done my job here, stress testing this thing. I really have no complaints. I think the only real critique I'm going to have on this bike is I really don't know why they didn't put 8 shocks on it instead of just 6. So if you were in the market for the G-Force, which is probably why you clicked on this video, there's a link below if you want to use the link in the description. It would help me out if this review helped you out. But overall baseline thought for this bike is for $1,300. I don't know if you're going to get a nicer bike than this one. It didn't come with any of the quality control issues that a lot of other cheaper option e-bikes come with. So that's it. I'll catch you guys in some other video, hopefully.